Hello, everyone. This is going to be fun. This is going to be fun for me. This is going to be a lot of fun for me. I'm going to have two episodes of this. So, is it true? Or is it just total bullshit? Did I just totally bullshit the whole YouTube world and y'all don't know jack about me and you don't know nothing at all? And it was just all story time for you for the last 3 years. I'm just saying, was it? Oh, I mean, okay, hold on. What? Oh, Heather's answering the shit. She said, did OTWP love to drive a blue Jaguar? Is this true or is it bullshit? Hit a and she's doing it right. True. Oh, okay, she says true. Was OTWP really in the Navy and worked on helicopters and planes? What do you think? You think it was bullshit? You think it was true? Or do you think I was just telling stories? I can't wait to do this. This is gonna be a lot of fun. Okay, true. Number 2 is true. Number 3, did OTWP really have a mohawk? You think I did? Okay, all right. OT OTD TWP's uncle served in the on the USS Arizona and subs in the Navy during World War II, and I think he was in Korea too. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that was a bullshit story. I get the stories all mixed up. Anyway, Lucy, hello. Okay, number 5. OTWP did travel a lot. Does anybody know what my favorite spot was, or was that a BS story? Have I been bullshitting YouTube for the last 3 years and everything I told you was just all a story? People say I'm a pretty good storyteller. I don't know. I don't know. What you said true. Okay, okay. Heather's saying it's true. Okay. Now number 5 might be tricky for you. And number 6, OTWP played football and was quarterback. Is that true or false? OTWP played quarterback in high school. Is that a true story? Could that be a true story? Or is that just a made up? Have I been bullshitting YouTube for 3 years and all the stories I told are just it was just for fun. It was just made up. Is I don't know. I don't know. What do y'all think? Uh, Number 5, you think it's true. Okay, do you know what my favorite spot was though? Any idea what my favorite spot was to travel? If it's true, maybe I've never traveled out the United States, I don't know. Maybe I've never traveled anywhere. I mean, lurkers, you're welcome to come in. I mean, you know, everybody's drawn to the drama and the bullshit, so we might as well have some fun with it and, see how much of it is really true and how much of it is just the could it be? Could it be? OTWP, would you really do that to people? Would you tell bullshit stories? Now, I am a great bullshitter. Okay, number 5 is true. Okay. Number 6, you don't know. Come on, Heather. Do you think that I was a quarterback in high school on the football team? True or false? Ah, that one I you don't know. So Heather, you're saying that pretty much my stories must be true and that I haven't. Huh, that's interesting. Okay. Maybe Lucy, how are you? How are you? Lucy, have people ever done that to you and said that, you're telling a story and it's just bullshit? I'm just saying. This is good. It, have I ever talked about being a quarterback in football? I do have quite the arm. I do have quite the arm. I'm just saying. I also have the preppy arms, the kung fu fighting arms. It's this was really fun to put together for me. I hope y'all enjoy it. I'm a little early. I'm a little early. Shoot, dang, somebody somewhere. I'm a little freaking early, but it was so fun for me to put this together. And I'm gonna do another one that, well, I don't know because I don't know if these stories are true or if they're false. I mean, I get so confused between reality and fiction. I mean, like right now, I'm sitting in this cool what the fuck WTF room, and a kaboom boom. Is it true? Shush. I love to do video animations. Maybe I'm a figment of your imagination. Maybe I'm really not. Maybe I'm AI. Okay, all right. So what the hell, I would love to see some more answers in the chat because Like, did OTWP love to drive a blue Jaguar? Hmm, is that fact or is that bullshit? Just come on. Some of you lurkers, you can come on in and go ahead and guess. You're welcome here because I don't really care. You can say whatever you want in the chat. I really don't care. Was OTWP really in the Navy and worked on helicopters, aircrafts, planes? And oh, what do you think? Did OTWP really have a mohawk? Would I do some shit like that in my younger day? Have a mohawk? I don't know. Okay, let's go through the number question number 4. OTWP's uncle served in the USS served on the USS Arizona and subs in the Navy. Ah, is that a true story? OTWP traveled a lot. What was the favorite destination? Or is that a BS story? I've never left the Ozarks. I just cornfields, cornfields forever. Oh, Caitlin she's in here. She's like, true. True. Copycat, you're not guessing. You got to guess. Okay. All right. So let's. This is the one. Did OTWP play football? Huh. Okay. So here's a little ditty for you. Here's a little ditty. I hope y'all like this. I don't really like the music, but whatever. I'm gonna try to mute out the music and put something else on. Hold on. I love this video I put together. I think it turned out cool. I just don't like the beat. I didn't think it went on forever, never, and ever. Is it true, OTWP? Are you just a bullshitter? Which is it? This is the OTWP bullshit game. Welcome to the first OTWP bullshit game on May the 2nd, 2024, ladies and gentlemen. All right. The sounds are getting on my nerves. I would rather listen to something better. OTWP, is it just total bullshit? Oh, or is it fact or fiction? Let's go. Oh, I'm in Hawaii at the USS Arizona Memorial. It really touched my heart, honestly, because that's my uncle did serve on that. He was not there when it got bombed, right? He was not there. But I did go there and it was very touching. It was people were crying. I mean, literally crying because they had lost family members there, and it was very touching. Oh, look at me there! Look at that on the left, boy. Am I slick or what? Jesus criminy! No wonder all the girls love me. Uh, and there's when I was at the luau at the Polynesian Culture Center on Oahu, that was quite the day. Like you could spend all day there. It was fantastic. And, this I'm gonna stop for a minute so y'all can see it. So, that is the ship, the USS Arizona, and then on the left-hand side, up above my head in that picture, that is my, Uncle Cease, and he was in the military, he was in the Navy, and then he was also real interesting, information about him. I want you guys to see it. Real interesting information about him is he actually helped lay all the lines that go under the ocean, right? I thought I was blowing it up, not shrinking it down. Sorry, folks. I was trying to get it bigger, but he actually helped lay all the lines under the ocean that provided phone service way back. And the big blue trunk that I showed a long time ago, that was his. Um, then the 3 men that are there in that picture are all family members. Our family has served in the military since the Civil War. That's how far my mom can trace it back. And actually, I think it's one before that, but I don't know what it's called, so I'm not gonna say it because I can't remember. But she traced it all the way back to this man named Zach. And if it wouldn't have been for that man, none of us would be here. It's really cool, the story, because all the family got wiped out by the plague, and he was a baby, and because the babies live because of their immune systems, he was the only one that survived. So none of us, which is thousands and thousands of us in the family, would be here if it wasn't for that man. His name was Zach. So I loved when my mom, did all that history. It was very, very interesting. So let's get on to the last part of this. This is just, something fun I thought would be kind of fun to do today. Oh, not the kid pictures. Oh, Lord. Yes, I did share them. I shared them. I shared them. Okay, so the top left picture, I'll tell you about this. This is a like kind of a kid prepping story from hell. You can see that top left picture is when I was little. I was like maybe 5, 6 years old. I was just learning to write, so maybe 5 years old, right? And I was sitting on they could never get me to stop acting up, climbing trees, climbing shit. I was like a freaking monkey in a tree. Like I always wanted to be climbing on roofs. My granddad used to chase me around with a weeping willow switch and switch my legs because I would never come down. Right. So the funny thing is I'm out there on the gosh dang uh porch railing on the porch railing, right? And that's Halloween. And I'm out there on the porch railing and I cried wolf. I always cried wolf to my mama. I would say that my leg was broke, my arm was broke, I got a black eye, I would always be pulling shenanigans on her. I was like 5, 6 years old. So, I fell off that porch railing, and I had do y'all know what a green fracture is? Where both your bones are, like, sticking out of your gosh dang skin, but not piercing the skin. They were sticking out. So, I ran in the house, and I had been crying wolf and playing the wolf game with her for probably months then. And I walked in and I said, Mom, my arm is broken. My arm is broken." And she said I was crying and shit. And she said, "Kim, that's it." And she ripped off my jacket. When she ripped off my jacket, y'all, my arm did the flippity flop and my mom almost passed out, right? Because she realized that this part of my arm was busted, both bones. And when she ripped off my jacket, my whole arm flipped back like that. So my mom almost passed out from that. And, but so that's why I was dressed up as a hobo that year because she couldn't figure out how to dress me up for Halloween, so that's true. That's true. That's true in so many instances, Kentucky survival. But, so that's what that picture is, and, but I feel sorry for my mom, that's when my dad was a freaking big old drunk, right? And so, my mom had no way to get me to the doctor, to get me to the hospital. So she said she'll never forget it, she picked me up and she was freaked out, she's crying, she almost passed out, and she had to run. She said she couldn't even walk because she was so freaked out. She ran with me in her arms to the hospital, which was probably a half a mile to a mile away. And because my dad, he was out drinking, he could give a rat's ass. So he was out drinking, getting partying on. Um, the picture on the right is I was about 8, 9 years old when I got my first guitar. And that's when I started singing, and, I really liked it. And then over the years, people would ridicule me because I have a deep voice and shit, and so I quit singing. I quit singing, and, now I'm singing again, so, it's cool. Down on the bottom is 2 of the trips I went on, w I think that's when I was at the Atlantis in the Bahamas. I think that's the Atlantis. But, it's pretty cool, and I'm gonna be sharing some other ones. Um, the questions were pretty fun. A lot of you missed the questions, but yes, I was a quarterback. Yeah, I sure the hell was. Yes, I served in the military, and I wanna show, part of this military. This is what I really did when I was in the military, and it was really cool. Like, when they would come in, the big thing that I did was I would actually, chalk and pin them. Right? I would chalk and pin all kinds of aircraft, and because of where I was at, there wasn't a lot of military out there on the island. There wasn't a lot. So we had to kind of wear different hats and stuff. Well, I was fresh. I mean, I was fresh freaking meat out in the military. Just got out in the fleet, hadn't been out there very long. And this plane comes in, and we had to like start loading like everything you can freaking imagine. And I'm like, "Oh my god, like, I don't know what I'm doing." I was freaking scared to death. There was bombs on there and shit, and I was like, "Somebody somewhere." So, I'm gonna play it again for the people that just came in because it's kind of a cool video. Yeah, the US just accused Russia of using chemical warfare. Yeah. No, because, I don't. I've attempted over the years to replay and play again, but I was in another bad accident. This gal, Layla, worked for me in California, and she didn't come to get her check Friday, and she really needed it, right? And I only live like a mile from my office, so she said, "Come on, KJ, jump on the back." And, and she had a little moped, and I was like, Okay, we're only going a mile, no big deal." Oh, yeah, it was a big deal. We hit a speed bump. There was a 4 by 4 Toyota in front of us, and I seen her head going straight to the bumper, and I thought, "My god, she's gonna get killed." So what do? I put my hands up on the bumper and snapped my thumb all the way back and busted it. And ever since then, I've just really haven't, I don't take it serious because I can't really play. I can't really play. I just like to jack around with the guitar. I just like to jack around with the guitar. Um, but let's watch this real quick. Hold it, hold it. Okay, yep, I was a quarterback on football, junior and senior year. Yep, and it was a lot of fun. And here we go.
Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Fuck me, I'm looking in the mirror, so foggy, but I've never seen clearer. I don't really think anyone can save me, and honestly I'm not really sure I want saving. I like to be my own worst enemy. There's no risk if you don't try at anything, so I'ma just keep buying everything. See you in the next life, have to be a better me. I don't think that my head's on straight, gotta flip it and grip it and go and get an x-ray. What's wrong with me? I just feel weight pushing on my chest and it squeezes till I suffocate. Better change my mindset, meditate. It's pretty cool that I'm alive and have better days. I could walk, see, hear, I should celebrate. Think I could change my mind, maybe elevate. Living life, every day, late at night, not okay.
Hell is that right there? Jesus Christ! Oh my God, who who is that right there? Shit. Woo! Gosh dang. Uh, that was at school. That was at school. That's a pretty cool picture. I look pretty badass, don't I? I look pretty badass right there. I like that picture. I like that picture. And look how gosh dang skinny I was. Gosh dang, age does us wrong, y'all. It just like takes everything, it's like gravity fed, just starts pulling it down more and more and more. Oh shit, look who that is. Now that was when I was working on one of those planes, right? On the left-hand side, we were stacking it. We were stacking it all up. Really, really cool. And on the right, that's out on San Clemente Island in my dungarees. Yeah, yeah, that boob. Thank you. No, it's all right. Thanks for the compliment. Now they don't even wear dungarees, you know? I wish I would have been in with Cracker Jacks. KY, I would have got all the chicks, man. If I would have been in khaki white Cracker Jacks, geez, they would have loved me. They love me anyway, but shit. Thank you. I was skinny as shit, man. I was skinny, but the job that I had was very, very active in the Navy. Um, Working on the airfield, you are nonstop busy, busy, right? There I am right there on the right. And over on the left is the hangar and stuff where I worked at. That was one of them. That was on North Island. The one on the right is when we were loading all that right there, I think we're fueling. I think we're fueling. No, I don't know because there's 3 of us. It wouldn't have taken 3 of us to do a I don't know what the hell we were doing right there. That's many years ago. That's many, many years ago. I'm trying to look at it because we wouldn't have had a forklift out there for fueling. I don't know what we were doing. It looks like we were loading something up. I don't know. I know I look pretty damn serious, don't I? No, no, I was on the island the whole time, KY. I was on the island, which was cool because I was around boats. I was around every kinda I was around so many different types of helicopter and, fighter planes. That's when the F4s, F-10s, 18s were really I think 18s? But, that's why I got hearing loss is because of one of those damn planes, because I worked so close to 'em, and, like, right there, the plane shut down. That would must have been a special situation because otherwise we would have had headgear on, right? That must have been a special situation, that we were doing something particular. But I loved it. But you can see that silver motor, and I'm gonna be pulling out, a shit ton of the military pictures where I'm gonna do a military only special. I just thought this would be fun. But you can see that motor, and that motor's what almost sucked my head up and shot me out the gosh dang back of it, and that's why I lost some hearing in one of my ears, but it was a lotta, it it was working on the airfield is a dangerous thing, like, it can be very dangerous. We had plane wrecks, that those helicopters on the left, man, I loved flying. And let me tell you a story. This is a cool story. This is a cool story. So, I was, out there on the airfield, it was a Sunday afternoon, I'll never forget this, and this guy shows up, a pilot, right? He's flying a H-1 in on skids, and they're on the skis, and he's like, um he's like, "You wanna go for a ride?" And I'm like, "I don't think I can. I don't think I can get out of here." So I went and asked the first class. I said, "Man, this pilot wants to take me for a ride. I would love to go for a ride on this H-1." He goes, "Go ahead, Jorgensen. Go ahead, man." I'm like, "Okay, cool." So I jump on it, and he goes, "I just want you to know that I used to fly in Vietnam." And I'm thinking, "Oh, shit. Okay, what are you trying to tell me, man?" Right? "What the hell are you trying to tell me?" So he's like, "Put the strap on," and I'm like, "Shit," so he straps me in, both my shoulders, and he flings open the effing door and goes straight up and off like a fucking bat out of hell, and I'm going, "Whoa, shit." And so when he curved the helicopter like this, I was like this at the door. I was strapped, right? I was totally strapped in on my back and, in a harness. But I was like, "Holy shit." And then the island one part of the island, it had a lot of hills and sand dunes and stuff, and he flew over that bad boy. I thought I was gonna lose my freaking guts, but I did not puke. I did not puke. He was freaking awesome. I couldn't have picked a better pilot to go for a real ride, like what it's like in a combat situation, and he showed me. He really showed me. But I got to ride in that H-1, I got to ride on a H-46, um, I flew back and forth. I had so many fly miles, man. If they woulda gave us a card in the military, I would have been flying f free for the rest of my life. That's how much I flew. Every 4 days I flew, um, pretty much for the whole 4 to 5 years that I was in. It was like every 4 days I had to fly from Coronado, North Island, where my barracks were, out to San Clemente Island, which is in the Channel Islands. So, yeah, oh shit, copycat, I'll never forget it. I mean, I almost freaking lost my guts. And I mean, then I met another guy in the military, and it was really a cool story about him. He had served in every branch of the military, 1 term. He was getting ready to retire because he accumulated his years by going Marine Corps, Army, Navy, Air Force, blah, blah. He did all of them, including the Coast Guard. Very interesting fella, and he had a lot of great stories because he was jumping branches. He didn't care about rank. He just cared about the adventure of being in the military. He was really freaking cool. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Okay, well, I didn't know about that. I didn't know that about you. It was really cool. The work was really cool. Um, I had fun. I had fun doing my job in the military because the island was so small. I got to do hand signaling And I really like to hand signal it. I like to signal at night because it was like playing with flashlights. I was out there like, "Yeah, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on," and boom, stop, and you would see all these lights coming down the runway, so it was like always a light show and shit. And I really, really liked and enjoyed, doing night shift and bringing them in and taxiing them in to me and parking them. I also enjoyed running the NC-8. The NC-8 is most aircraft cannot start on their own, which most people know that. So I actually drove the machine that was like big, huge jumper cables. I mean, the sucker was about that big, had a big, huge cable that went out, and we would actually drive it out there. And it had, I don't know how many batteries, I think 10 or 12 batteries inside of it. So when we turned that baby on and we hooked it up, it started their engines for them. It gave them that boost to get their engines started, and I really enjoyed doing that as well. I think that was my favorite 2 jobs in the military. I really hated FOD walk down. We had several crashes on San Clemente Island. San Clemente Island is where all of the pilots came and trained to learn to catch the wire on a carrier. So, needless to say, at the end of that runway, there was millions and millions of dollars worth of aircraft waiting to be recovered from underwater because they would miss the wire and they wouldn't catch it and they would end up going off the runway or crashing the plane, and then we'd have to get them off the runway. And it's one of those things they want to do it on a stable platform before they let them go out onto a carrier and destroy a carrier. Accidents still happen. The job around being around a wire is very dangerous. If the wire snaps, if you're in the wrong location, you can lose an arm, a leg, whatever. So it was a very dangerous job. Many, many military men and women have lost limbs or lost their lives due to faulty wires and faulty, catching that wire or being in the wrong place. Yeah. Yeah, KY, they had to bring a lot of them up. Some of them, I don't know if I don't think they honestly, I don't know, I don't think they recovered all of them ever. They probably still have a pile of shit down there, millions and millions of dollars worth of aircraft. But it was a very cool experience being on the island, especially on the weekends because all the officers left, right? So it was all us enlisted people, and it was like one big ass party. We would usually have one officer on duty, but he would be in his barracks because they had freaking nice barracks, right? So he would be in his barracks and we would all be going butt shit crazy up at the bar getting totally hammered. I mean, being honest with you, that was my drinking days. I would drink it up. Give me tequila, tequila, tequila. I was a tequila freaking drinker. And but we had some wild parties out there on that rock. We called it the Rock, and there was some good parties out there, man. Yeah, yeah. Well, they were actual mice. They were mice. Um, what and it was actually, there's a bunch of write-ups about it in different scientific manuals, magazines, journals. They actually sent scientists out there from Berkeley and from, UCLA to figure out why this was happening. So every few years, the island would get overran by mice. Also, the island had lots and lots of ice plant, right? And this is what freaked me out. And I don't really care for snakes, but mice never bothered me. I just squish them, step on them, smack them, whatever. That didn't bother me. But when you see heels of ice plant and they're moving and you're looking like, what the hell's going on? So they sent us out on a SWAT party. And I was like, "What the hell is a SWAT party?" Right? They gave us this big damn thing that looked like a fly swatter, and I'm like, what the," I'm just gonna let the Navy come out in me for a minute. I was like, "What the fuck are we doing here?" And, so they give us this big fly swatter shit, and they make us walk the ice plant and kill mice. I was like, "This is the most disgusting shit ever." Then that it was like a 2-week phenomenon. It may have been longer, but it was like I believe it was 2 weeks. That was a bad time of my life. That's when the car accident happened, okay, so I remember a lot, but I do have some gaps. But I remember in the bunk, and the first class told us to tuck our bunks tight when we were in sleeping. And this is before I went on the SWAT party, and I'm like, "What the hell why?" That night, there was mice all over my wool blanket. And I was like, "You know what? I think I'm not gonna sleep. I think I'll set up for a while, maybe go eat some freaking chicken a la king out of the can," because I lived off that shit, chicken a la king out of the can. I'm actually tempted to go buy a can of it because I I ate that with bread, biscuits, crackers. I ate chicken a la king. That was my go-to meal, right? I remember sitting in the TV room watching TV because I didn't want those damn mice all over me. That was disgusting. There was a lot of things shared in the bunk room, I'll just tell you that. There was a lot of things shared in the bunk room, such as crabs, the gift that kept on giving, and it wasn't my fault. I didn't do it. But somebody did, and they slept in other people's bunks, and basically everybody at the airfield got freaking crabs. I was like, "You slut puppy, don't go poking around and not protect yourself." Just saying, just saying, right? But there was some shit that happened there. I beat the shit out of some dude there with a baseball bat. He decided there was a few of us at the airfield, and I went up to get sandwiches. I came back down, and the island is long, like I showed on that one live stream, right? So one end of the island is where we live, library, offices, all that shit, medical, all that. The other end is where the airfield is. It's completely away from everything. So I come back with everybody hamburgers and shit, and it was only women down there. And it was only women. We didn't have no guys down there that night. So we were having a ball. Like people were spread out everywhere. And it was late at night. So I went in to go to sleep, man, and I heard one of the ladies she screamed in the living room and I'm like, "What the hell?" And the next thing I know, this guy is like in the bunk room trying to attack me. Well, lo and behold, our first class had given us a aluminum baseball bat, and it was sitting right by the bed. And I got arrested for this, but I grabbed the baseball bat and hit him right upside his head. I beat the shit out of him. I didn't stop until the MPs came, and he took off running. And as best he could, they found him walking along the side of the road. His head was all bloody and shit, but he was trying to do a multi rape thing going on down there, and he met his match when he decided to come in and try some bullshit. And I heard her scream, and it kind of woke me up, but I was still sleeping. So I got arrested for official, right? For official, it had to be official that they had to arrest me, take my information, my story, what happened, make sure that he didn't die. All right. And then I got released, and all charges got dropped on that. But I'll never forget that, a baseball bat, if you're a woman or a guy, it don't really matter. I'll tell you what, a baseball bat upside somebody's head will do some freaking knockout, drag out, easy shit. And all you gotta do is swing. Just swing, right? It hit him in the shoulder and hit him upside his head. He was bleeding and stuff, but he did get sentenced to Leavenworth over the shit he pulled because he didn't only come down to the airfield and do it. He went to the women's barracks and did it. So he was just drunk, going around trying to get something. Downright disgusting guy. But I had a lot of good times. Of course, there's some things that happen in the military, like that situation, but I'm not one to back down. I never have been, and I never will be. Like, if you want to bring the fight to me, sometimes I won't respond to you because I've grown up. I'm older. I won't just come out swinging and fighting you, but I will fight if I'm put in a corner. And I think it's like really important, like when it comes to prepping, is that's why I always say that we don't know our own strength, our own abilities until we're stuffed in that corner, and then you say, "Well, bullshit." Yeah. Oh shit, here we go. Copycat, copycat. You never will forget about Misty. Gosh dang it. Somebody somewhere. That she was a doozy. She was a doozy. Let's see what else is on this video. I'll slide me down here in the corner. Protect yourselves, ladies and gentlemen, because you never know when something bad can happen. Oh shit, gosh dang, I was freaking my God. Look at me. Woo wee, Lord help me. Lord help me. Very proud day. That was my first leave coming home to see my mom and my family, and just got out of A school, and I was walking proud in my dress blues. I sure was. I was walking very proud in my dress blues. Um, it was a great day. I got meritoriously advanced. You can notice on my shoulder there is a patch. Oh gosh, young me, young, young, young. Those were my roommates. I'll never forget them. Me in the middle on the left-hand side. Marilyn was sitting on my right, and on my left, that was Teresa. And to this day, I got out in my 20s. I'm 58. And I still remember them both very much so. They very much influenced me in the military. They were great gals. They were my roommates in North Island, so I didn't see them all the time until Teresa, the one on the left. No, no, no. Marilyn did get shipped out to the island, so they both were out on the island after a while. They weren't when I first met them, and then they got shipped out to the island from North Island. They transferred to the island. Um, the one on the left wasn't out there very long because she wanted to go to, the Philippines I think she went to, Manila is where I think she went, honestly. But good times, good times. I was very young. I was very young, copycat. I just turned 18. Just turned 18 years old in those pictures. Um, yep, me with a freaking mohawk sticking up off my head about a foot high. See you, Kentucky. Thanks for being here, man. Thank you. Me with a freaking mohawk. Can you believe that? Copycat Jesus comedy. And yep, me playing football. Quarterback 2 years in a row. It was a lot of, these pictures as I've went through them, they've really brought out some good times. Me and the Blue Jag. Me and the Blue Jaguar. I love the fancy cars. Always have, always will. I had very expensive taste from the Escalade to that. And that copycat. Now this I will tell you a little bit about this. And then I got to get off here. I got some things to do. But I went to the Bahamas. I don't know who that lady was to the left of me in any way, shape, or form. But this was out on a private island. The dolphin right there is the one from the Flipper movie. It was Jake and MacGyver. And I got to swim and train with them for a whole day. There's one in front of me and there's one beside me. That was an absolute blast to do. It was rather expensive. It was like $400 to go to the training, or you could do the swim for like 150 bucks. But I went to the training, which was a longer session. And I have a picture of me laying out on the water, and those two dolphins came up underneath my heels. And when they came up underneath my heels, they actually pushed me up out of the water like I was standing on the water. It was so cool. And they were so quick pushing me through the water, which was really neat, which was really, really cool. Um, I'm gonna do another one of these, all military. I just couldn't get to the other photo album that has, like, some really cool shit and some bad stuff too, but it overall, I try to dwell on the good and not the negative, you know? Those are just some of my travel pictures to the Bahamas, Hawaii, the Atlantis, and, good times. Definitely good times. Um Hang loose, everybody. Always hang loose. Always enjoy life. Um, you know, I just thought this truth story thing was fun. Like, is it true, or have I just been making up stories telling y'all a bunch of bullshit? Now, I probably have told you a bullshit story once or twice, or added a couple of like extra details just to make it interesting. Now, but uh, you know, keep dreaming, keep making your dreams happen, keep smiling, and somewhere, right? Somewhere over that beautiful, beautiful rainbow, somewhere over that rainbow, you're gonna all find peace. We're all gonna find happiness, and I'll put that out as an individual video so that people can watch it. But we'll have another one of these. Is it true? OTWP. I like the answers in the chat. That was kind of fun. But I would like this to go out to all of you. Keep dreaming. We're not too old to dream. We're only too old if we stop dreaming, right? So don't ever stop dreaming because somewhere out there over the rainbow, your dreams wait. Come on, sing with me. Woo, let's go to the islands. again. Sing with me. Come on, Caitlin.
Dreams that you dream of once in a lullaby. Oh, somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, and the dreams that you dream of, dreams really do come true. Ooh, someday wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind. Be where trouble melts like lemon drops, high above the chimney top. That's where you find me, oh,
Hi, Skippington. Hi, baby.
somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, and the dream that you dare to, oh why can't I see trees of green and red roses too. I watch them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a
Sing it, everybody. Sing it. Sing it. Come on, come on, come on. Sing it with me, Skippington.
Well, I see skies of blue and I see clouds of white and the brightness of day. I like the dark and I think to myself, what a
All OTWP. God bless you all.
wonderful world.
Bye.
The colors